So, what if I told you that a lot of what we think we know about workplace safety is just plain wrong? That all those rules, all those procedures might actually be what's holding us back? Today, we're going to dig into a totally new way of thinking about safety, one that's a lot less about rule books and a lot more about people. Let's jump right in.
Does this sound familiar to you? You keep adding more checks, you write more rules, you put more eyes on the job, but the accident rate, it just flatlines. It's a super frustrating plateau, right? And it's a huge sign that just doing more of the same old thing simply isn't going to cut it anymore.
And that really gets to the heart of the problem. The old way of doing things, just piling on more rules and penalties. It's not working. And it's failing because it completely overlooks the most important piece of the puzzle: actual human behavior. You see, to break through that plateau, we have to stop reacting after something goes wrong and start proactively shaping the choices people make before an incident can even happen.
And that brings us to a completely different kind of solution. It's a human-centered approach, and it's called behavior-based safety, or BBS for short. Think of it as a proactive strategy that's changing the game in industries all over the world. And it's not by adding more rules, but by actually empowering your entire workforce.
I mean, just look at the difference here. On one side, you've got the old way, watching over people's shoulders and punishing them after something bad happens. But on the other side, that's the BBS approach. It's not about blame, it's about conversation, it's about coaching, and it's about positive reinforcement. We're literally moving from a culture of enforcement to a culture of empowerment.
Okay, so that all sounds great, but how do you actually do it? Well, behavior-based safety isn't just some vague idea, it's a practical toolkit. So let's open it up and take a look at the core tools you'll use to build a stronger, safer culture right from the ground up.
The very first tool in the box is reinforcement. And this is so powerful because it taps into how our brains are wired. Instead of just punishing a mistake, you actively catch someone doing something right, you recognize it, and you reward that safe behavior. That positive feedback makes the safe choice feel like the easy, natural choice next time. It's all about building good safety habits, not just forcing people to follow rules.
Next up, we have feedback. This is where communication itself becomes a safety tool. But we're not talking about just pointing out what someone did wrong. No way. Real, effective feedback is about having a constructive, supportive conversation that helps an employee understand the real-world impact of their actions, both good and bad, and it guides them toward making better choices for themselves.
And here's the cool part. These tools all work together. Goal setting gives your team a really clear target of what safe behavior actually looks like. But a goal by itself isn't enough, right? When you pair that goal with consistent feedback, you create this incredible, powerful loop. The goal points everyone in the right direction, and the feedback makes sure they stay on track.
So, you've got the tools, but what are we really building here? This isn't just about trying to prevent one or two accidents. It's about using these principles to build an entire culture of safety. The ultimate goal, the big prize, is to create a workplace where a zero-accident mindset is just how things are done.
This is the number, 0. Not fewer accidents, not a reduction in accidents, 0. That is the only goal that's truly acceptable. Now, I know it's an ambitious target, but with a human-centered BBS approach, it goes from being an impossible dream to something you can actually achieve. So, what can you expect to walk away with? First, you'll have a clear, step-by-step strategy to build this kind of sustainable culture. Second, you'll get a concrete plan to make that zero-accident goal a reality. And here's the best part. This isn't just about safety. Companies that get this right almost always see a major boost in productivity. You know why? Because a safe, empowered team is an efficient and engaged team.
Now, a system like this doesn't just magically appear. It needs champions. Real, lasting change has to be driven from the top down, and that's where the leaders come in, because their role in this transformation is absolutely critical. This quote, right here, says it all. Your frontline employees can be the engine that drives this change, but it's the managers and the supervisors, it's you, who provide the direction and the fuel to keep it going. Without that buy-in from leadership, even the best laid plans are going to fall flat.
And that's exactly why this approach is so focused on leadership. It's built for the safety officers, the quality officers, the managers, and all of senior management. You are the ones with the influence to really champion this new era of safety, to model the behaviors you want to see, and to make sure this change actually sticks. So we'll leave you with this one question. This is really about a strategic shift in thinking. It's about moving away from treating safety as just another cost on a spreadsheet and starting to see it as the single smartest investment you can make in your people. An investment that pays off in efficiency, in resources, and most importantly, in lives. So the real question is your organization ready for that?